Morning Show with Anthony Vlog. We're talking about Bohemian Rhapsody going to #1 at the box office this weekend. It's a huge story. We're going to break down some of the numbers because they are pretty interesting. First of all, I just want to thank you guys for coming and watching the Morning Show with Anthony Vlog on a daily basis. We're housed at WEHM.com, of course. You can subscribe if you're on YouTube. We got daily music news every single day with our little twist and opinion on it. So I hope that's the kind of thing that you enjoy. It comes in handy when we're talking about Queen biopic right here. This is a very considerable moment in the film. If you saw the film, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I don't want to be a spoiler alert. But it's interesting to see what role the Live Aid concert plays in this movie, which is part of why it's getting, I think, some bad reviews. Let's break down everything here. Let's start with the $50 million box office numbers. First of all, the movie has a $52 million budget. You're thinking that's not good. They lost $2 million. But when you really get down into the numbers, you might not see this through the other news outlets here today. It grossed $141 million worldwide. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty good. So $50 million here in the States, $141 million including the States and worldwide. Not too bad. That thing is off to a good start. So you're already in the green here. You're already in the money. Some $90 million worth or so, give or take. Not bad whatsoever. $141 million worldwide. $10 million of that money came from IMAX screens alone. That's pretty interesting considering, like, this is not Avatar. You know what I'm saying? This is not sort of that visual sort of a thing. It's really more based around the story and the band and Freddie. And to still pull in $10 million on IMAX screens, I think is a pretty big accomplishment. So let's break down music biopics and sort of where they're at. Straight Outta Compton, biggest so far, $60 million domestically on its launch. It went up to go on and do $133 million domestically over the course of its run. So it looks like if Bohemian Rhapsody follows the same trajectory, it could be looking at 2.5 times what it pulled in its original weekend. So that'll be pretty impressive. The other metric you want to look at is Ray, right? Ray came out. It did $20 million in the box office its first week. And then off of word of mouth and the performance of Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles, which was extraordinary, went on to pull in $75 million over the long haul. So Ray had legs. Didn't get the big start that Straight Outta Compton or Bohemian Rhapsody got, but had legs. Does Rami Malek have that sort of thing in this film? Again, his role has been lauded. People are saying that they love Rami Malek in this film. So let's see what happens. Could this be a little bit of Straight Outta Compton mixed with Ray? We'll wait and see. Second week's going to be huge. You guys are going to see a lot of advertisements on YouTube, on television. Everybody's going to be saying #1 film in the country. So I expect the second weekend to have a big weekend. Is $20 million a big weekend? Is $30 million? We'll have to wait and see. Worldwide, obviously, UK. This is going to be Europe. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to trend, and it's going to do fairly well. How well it does, again, it's a wait-and-see kind of a game. But when you look at it from here, out of the gate, $50 million domestic, $141 million worldwide. You already got all your investors' money back, and then some. How big this can go, it could be huge. It could be huge. Music in films is a big deal right now. A Star is Born came out a couple of weeks ago. Not a music biopic, but a movie all about a musician. It's got Lady Gaga in the lead. $43 million when it came out on its opening weekend. So it's been an amazing time for music in films right now. It's really, really important to note that. And it can only go up from here. Second weekend with all the advertisements and everything could be big. Let's not forget, we got Thanksgiving coming up. That's a big, long weekend. You got Wednesday night. You got Thursday night in some cases, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So big 5 days there for people to go out and check out the movies. If the buzz continues, this could be a massive one. This could be a massive one. Biggest grossing biopic of all time. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It really, really isn't. And like we've been talking about, the negative reviews on this film haven't hurt this movie. We mentioned this in a previous vlog. All the negativity goes back to this is a formulaic representation of this story. People don't like that it's not the nitty-gritty thing that Sacha Baron Cohen originally wanted to write, direct, and star in. That's why he got canned. The rest of the band did not want to tell that story. So you're not going to get any brand new information or insight that you didn't have prior. You're going to get a formulaic, step-by-step process of how the band got together. It's going to be shiny and polishy and not gritty or dirty or revealing in any way, shape, or form. So that's where all the negative reviews come in. But as we've seen here, the negative reviews aren't steering people away. This doesn't steer me away. Would I have liked to have gotten that version? I sure would. Is that going to stop me from going to see, and spend some time with Freddie Mercury and Queen recreated by these actors? It sure isn't. And it's proving to be that it's not keeping people away. Rotten Tomatoes, great form of measuring films. It is at 60% right now, which is still in their certified fresh range. I think you have to be just over 60% to be in that certified fresh range. The highest they have right now is a film at 96%. So again, not totally, applauded by the Rotten Tomatoes community, but in that sort of range where people are still giving, it's still positive. It's still certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. So again, the negativity here, which we've seen a whole bunch of, not necessarily keeping people away from this movie at the box office. We're going to really keep our eye on this one. We've been looking at a lot of music biopics. I think because of the success of this one, we're going to see a lot more greenlit and put into motion. It's funny because I've forgotten some of the ones, but I was going back over the past morning show vlogs, which you can see all at wehm.com and on our channel here. There's a lot. There's an Aretha Franklin one with Jennifer Hudson in the works. I think there's a Marvin Gaye one. There's a few others too. So if music biopics are your thing, go back through our channel here and at wehm.com, and you'll see some more music biopic stuff. And I think there's going to be a lot more greenlit and in the works. We talked about the John Lennon one not that long ago. That's already starting to gain some momentum, and it'll be really interesting to see. Again, not that Queen's not massive. They are. But it'll be really interesting to see some of these absolute top-notch musicians. You can throw Freddie in there. You can throw Aretha in there. Marvin Gaye, huge. Not as big as Aretha, I don't think. Not as big as John Lennon. Like, God, could you imagine if they do that John Lennon biopic right? Like, what that can turn into. Could be huge. Could be really, really huge. It's an exciting time if you're a music fan for films. A real, real exciting time. We'll take a look at this Bohemian Rhapsody over the next couple of weeks, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on right here on the Morning Show with Anthony vlog. Thanks for watching, hitting the thumbs up on YouTube, checking in daily at wehm.com, subscribing, all that stuff. Thank you, guys. Don't forget we got the podcast as well, Facebook, Instagram, and all our other information, wehm.com. Under the On Air tab, click on Anthony.